can't wait till we're doing this on higher chairs too. I'm really looking forward to that.
Why?
Well,
Like doing it at your dining room
I'm at
table?
like face level with the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, all right.
It's a little
Just sit
weird.
up straight. Hey everyone, this is Chaz,
And I'm Dan.
and this is the Wine is Serious Business Show, episode 40. I can't remember. What is it?
Oh
Shit. I'm Chaz,
I'm Dan.
and this is the Wine is Serious Business Show, episode 43. Now that we've got that straight, we're doing Riesling again, but this time out of Washington.
We've been talking to some people, kind of getting a little bit of a hard time. They're like, man, it's cool you do the Search for the Great American Riesling shows, but it seems like the Search for the Great Oregon Riesling, which is some fairly reasonable criticism.
David.
Yeah, we've been we've been kind of focused on Oregon. That's what we're around. But on my own, I've tasted some Washington Riesling, and that gets a lot of press. Like I hear a lot of good write-ups about stuff from Washington. Tried a couple of these from different vintages before, and want to do them on the show, see how they stand up, do some reviews, share them with you guys. So to start out today, we've got the 2008 Riesling from Next, which is made by an Oregon winery, but it's all grapes from Washington. Pretty cheap stuff. What was it like?
10, 12 bucks. I think 12 bucks.
Yeah, and I had some Pinot Noir from them recently. Man, I wish we had done that on our budget Pinot Noir show, because the last time I had that was pretty good.
A little more.
All right.
Riesling. It goes down easy.
It sure does.
Nice thing about these, I think, is another, like our last show, you'll probably be able to find these wines widely distributed. At least for sure the Charles Smith, Kung Fu Girl, and then the Eroica.
Definitely, yeah. I'm not sure what kind of distribution Next sees, but it's definitely a budget label, very reasonable price. So it's probably, at least on the West Coast, it's probably got some good distribution. Kind of a nice nose.
Yeah.
Little apple notes there, a little lime zest.
Lime zest, a little sort of melony cantaloupe thing going on too.
Getting a little like
Yeah.
cereal, like cornflake or something.
Well, it is like little frosted flakes going on here.
Yeah, frosted flakes. Yeah.
Yeah, the sweetness is coming through a little bit. Surprisingly, this has 13% alcohol, so it's mostly dry. It should be.
Yeah.
It smells kind of delicious, actually. For it'd be a good summer wine.
It's all right. Some
Yeah.
melon flavors, I guess. Wow, something a little richer than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Later on the palate.
Yeah, the apple flavors come through quite a bit in the melon flavors. Pretty simple. Enough acidity, not terribly.
Yeah.
Not much, but not enough.
Yeah, the acidity's heavier, and it's not terribly integrated with the fruit. It's not like one compact experience. It's kind of, the acidity stands pretty well on its own, and the fruit stands pretty well on its own, but it's not it's not really wrapped together in that nice cohesive package like you get. On the other hand, at the price point,
Delicious.
yeah,
Price point.
it's pretty reasonable.
Not a terribly exciting bottle, but definitely not bad at all. 85 points.
I'm gonna go a little lower. Yeah, because the fruit's on the richer side, and
I like that.
and it doesn't do so much for me. And like I said, the acidity is a little heavier. I'm probably got the opinion by now that that I'm kind of picky about how the acidity feels in my mouth. And this isn't hitting the points I like it to in that regard either. I'm going to go 83 points. Still at the price point, worth checking out. But I don't, nothing to write home about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good job with the price point, King State. All right, so 2009. Couldn't find a 2008 of this one. This is the Charles Smith Kung Fu Girl. This one I know sees a lot of distribution. I've seen it on other wine shows. Oh, whoa! Forgot about that.
That's a nice rinse there.
I'll
keep up.
I'll man up.
All right.
Apparently this is a single vineyard bottling. I had no idea. I thought Kung Fu Girl was a blend, but it says the Evergreen Vineyard.
Yeah, he's the winemaker for K Wines, and he does the Charles Smith wine is like his second label, more affordable stuff for the most part. So it's really cool to see that they're doing it's a single vineyard bottling that's still shooting for a very reasonable price point. While we're pouring this, I got some thanks to go out. Some people have been interacting with us lately. I really appreciate that. First off, Wayne Ackerman sent in a note saying that we should do a Malbec show and maybe a Tempranillo show. We've actually kind of in the background been lining up a Tempranillo show for the near future, and Malbec would be interesting. So we're going to start looking for some bottles of that too.
Yeah, we got some in mind. I'm actually from Southern Oregon, so like some of the producers down there, Spangler in particular, So yeah, we'll line up the Tempranillo show soon, and the work on the Malbec show. That one's going to be a little more difficult to find producers that we want to shoot for.
But cool, because it's, you know, like atypical. It's not stuff that Oregon's known for. So it's kind of fun to share that with people across the country, around the world.
And for ourselves too. I haven't had a lot
True.
of Oregon Malbec, so
Good for us to explore. And then second, I'd like to say thanks to Joey Shearer. He encouraged us to do a show on some of the Oregon pioneers, some of the first people to make Pinot Noir in Oregon, and I think that's an awesome idea. Both of us were kind of surprised. We're like, yeah, why haven't we done that yet?
who were they? It was,
Well, so Irie, Ponzi,
Yep.
and
Edelstein.
yes, there we go. And both of those, you know, all three of those solid producers, and that'll be a fun show sometime too. But more to the point, thanks for interacting with us. Thanks for watching the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for giving us ideas for shows. Helps us out.
Yeah, it's
So,
a good time.
wow.
I'm getting more like apricot on the nose here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
young, not like super rich, heavy ripe apricot, but like really fresh, maybe a little underripe apricot, lighter.
Say it's even like a little more citrusy than the last one, where the last one, the fruit was like a little more melony on the last one. This
Sure.
one's a little more. That apricot does come through quite a bit. So
Like light and clean on the nose.
yeah, maybe a little more. You could say mineral driven.
Little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, I was. That's right where I was at on it too. Like maybe do I say that? Do I not? I'm not sure. But
I have a
yeah.
hard time with that one, but yeah, it's almost there.
Real clean. I'm impressed with that right away. This is, you know, especially sipping size as opposed to like big slugs or something like that. I really like how it feels in the mouth.
Actually has a decent finish too. I mean, the acidity rises up in the finish and actually carries some of the flavors along for a good 10 seconds. Maybe
Yeah.
5 seconds more like that. But yeah,
Man, what's the fruit here? This is rich. I'm getting like a hint of apricot, but I wouldn't say it's really, that's the dominant flavor. Like there's kind of maybe some red apple stuff going on. I'm having a hard time placing it. Wow, and I'm really getting, yeah, the acidity evolving like, what, 5 seconds after it's gone, making the mouth water all the way around. Not in the corners like you get with a lot of the German Rieslings. This is kind of a different acid feel than a lot of what I'm used to, but I'm liking it.
Yeah. The fruit here is not as full as the next, for sure. Like the next was a little heavier, a little richer. The fruit here is more light on its feet. The body is a little more delicate.
Yeah, a little bit of skins
So
on the mid palate
nice
too.
package though.
Totally.
Altogether, it's a nice wine.
And for a sub 20 bottle, I'm pretty impressed with this.
What do we say on that? What was it?
I don't remember. I want to say that's like
14.
12 to 15 bucks
Yeah.
or something like that. And I had this like a few years ago. I had a couple older vintages that I really wasn't feeling at all. But I had the 2007 and the 2008, both of which I liked. And yeah, it's cool to see some decent American Riesling. It's cool to see stuff coming in under 15 bucks. It's a really reasonable price point, really approachable for a lot of people to check out. And cool that it's got a lot of wide distribution. So
This is a nice bottle of wine. I mean, despite the sort of lightness on the palate, I mean, the acidity really comes in, carries everything in the finish. 87 points for me.
took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling about it too.
Very nice wine. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some stuff that we've had, you know, even from Oregon, that definitely, you know, in my opinion, comes out ahead of it. But if you're a fan of the richer fruit, that's something that I haven't seen a whole lot done well out of Oregon wine so much. It's more of the, you know, ripping acidity or you know, like delicate notes. This has some interesting fruit notes that I haven't gotten out of Oregon Riesling that I definitely think are worth checking out if you're curious.
I think the acidity's killing it on it.